Oh yeah. I remember going to libraries even very young when I was in Fiji, which is where I grew up, and then in Gainesville, Florida, they had an absolutely amazing library that wound up being like the setting for some of my stories. This is this amazing building they built, and the other thing about it is it's where I basically read my early science fiction and fantasy because I was at this age where I discovered it, where I would just go to the section. We would be on class field trips where we would go to the like the young adult or the juvenile section, but then I would sneak up to the science fiction section, and I would check out all the best of Galaxy magazine, all these magazines from the '70s that were like hardcover anthologies of the best of, and I would just like devour them either there or by checking them out. And I remember libraries for that reason because I remember many hours of reading these books that I wouldn't have encountered otherwise. Some of them were out of print, but still in the library. And I don't even remember the names of authors. I just remember some of the stories, some of the weird stories, and so it kind of like goes into your subconscious in an interesting way when you're just reading the story and you're not even really aware of what authors you're reading. And then more recently, Leon County Public Library here in town is in Tallahassee is amazing. I mean, they've done so much outreach during the pandemic in very safe and clever and innovative ways to kind of keep themselves, in the mix and making sure people still have the ability to kind of access the resources. They also did some really amazing stuff for the NEA Big Read when they featured my novel Born. They actually did an escape room for this dystopian flying bear novel, which was pretty amazing. So I love seeing that kind of inventiveness, and I love seeing how this is such an important kind of cultural engagement with the community. So that's kind of my experience of library.